Yo guys, what's going on? Rob with 421 Media House coming at you. This week I got something a little bit different for you. One thing that I get asked about a lot is what can you do to become better at cardistry when you're starting out? There's a few really basic things that you can do. None of it's very expensive. I mean, I've got a deck of cards. If you're into cardistry, you should probably have a deck of cards. It really doesn't matter what deck. It can be, in my case, I've got Cherry Casinos. It can be, Tally Hos. Tally Hos are great. I've got standard bicycles. It can be any deck of cards. It doesn't matter. I've also got a exercise ball. These radio stations hand them out quite frequently. You don't really even have to go pay for one. They are fairly inexpensive. You can get them at the dollar store for like $1 if you really wanted to pay for one. So the first thing that I'm going to recommend doing is just do finger touches. This builds a lot of dexterity and a lot of speed in your fingers. And so basically all you do is just touch each finger to your thumb and then run through it. Go back and forth and just practice doing this. These are things that are quick and easy to do, fairly simple. Do it with both hands. Again, in my case, I'm right-handed. My dealer hand is my left hand. So my finger muscles are a little bit stronger in my left hand. I do have a background doing some rock climbing and stuff like that, just as a hobby outside of cardistry. So I do have pretty good finger strength to begin with, but those finger touches really help. Do hand exercise. Put your hand down on a table and just pull your hand up, and it stretches the muscles. You'll feel a pull in the palm of your hand. Helps to strengthen your fingers, stretch them out a little bit. Just take the exercise ball and just squeeze it. One that I like to do is I like to just do one finger at a time. Just crush the exercise ball. And something like this, I mean, an exercise ball, it's small enough. If you're in school, you can just throw it in your backpack. You're not going to get in trouble for having a deck of cards. I know I get a lot of messages from people that are like, hey, I took my, deck of verts or something like that with me to school and they got taken off me. So with something like this, you're not going to get in trouble for having a gambling product with you. You're going to have a stress ball, and you can just practice building those finger strengths while you're at school. And, you're taking notes or whatever, you can just be squeezing an exercise ball. It's pretty handy. Like I said, it's like $1 to go get it at the dollar store. It's small enough you can just slip it in your bag. It doesn't weigh really anything. If you work in an office environment and say you can't have a deck of cards in your desk drawer, you can just slip an exercise ball like this, and while you're typing away or taking a phone call or whatever, you can just be practicing on the exercise ball. Again, I do it with both hands. And just squeeze it. I mean, you can make it up as you go along. The other one that I really like to do is there's a thing called finger tutting. I'm going to see if I can adjust myself to be able to do this a little bit better. Basically, finger tutting, and you can look up videos of this on YouTube. Basically, it's just doing things like this with your fingers. And again, it just helps to build these finger muscles. And work them, and it just stretches your hand out. One other one that I really like to do is I'll take a deck of cards, even just leave it in the tuck case, and I'll just practice holding it in different ways. Something like this. It's a big stretch in your fingers, and you really feel it in here and in here. But something like that, just to hold it like that, it's great. Hold it like this. Just swing it through your fingers. Hold it however. And the longer you can hold that for, the better. And then once you get used to kind of holding that deck of cards like that, in the tuck case, if you're ready, maybe you don't do this with a super fancy deck, and if you are doing this with a nice deck, like the Cherry Casinos or something like that, do it over a soft surface. Start practicing holding that deck of cards without the tuck case, because now you're dealing with 54, 56 objects. If you have the jokers and the ad cards in there, there's a chance that you could drop that. And, I drop cards all the time. But, like right now, my middle finger is not even doing anything. I'm holding the deck of cards between my ring finger and my pointer finger, and you're just holding it. And so just practice that and squeeze the deck. I'm squeezing these two fingers together, squeeze the deck, because it's going to help build that strength in your hands. Even this guy here, I'm squeezing it between my pinky and my middle finger right now. The ring finger's like resting on the top of the deck, but it's not actually doing anything. And it's okay if you drop the deck of cards while you're doing this. It's just, things like this help to build the hand strength. I know for myself, one thing that I did when I was starting out is I wouldn't learn how to just do a Chandelier with the left hand. It's the one that I primarily use it with. But one thing, and this is maybe going to be a little bit more advanced, I know a lot of people only learn how to do the L cut with the right hand. I can do a lot of, I mean, I'm not as fluent with doing stuff like the one-hand cuts with my right hand, but I can still do them. That's a bit of a sloppy scissor cut, but you get the idea. I learned how to do the cuts with my right hand. And again, it works the muscles in the right hand. And then when you start doing the more advanced two-handed cuts, you'll notice that your hand strength is there in both hands now, and it's a little bit easier to pick it up. Anyway, I hope that helps you guys out. If this helped at all and you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button. If you guys enjoyed this, you want to see more tutorials like this, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys want to see. Hit the like button if you guys liked this. Every little bit helps. If this is something that you enjoyed and you think could help a friend out, just let them know to check out my videos. Every little bit helps, guys. Anyway, thank you. I'm going to try to have these coming out. I don't think I'm going to have a regular schedule for them, but hopefully a little bit more frequently. And we'll go from there. Thanks, guys.